Hi, my name is Charlie Coder,
I'm Vincent Maltano.
I'm Peter Orlando.
And I'm McMahon.
and together we are Burroller.
Did you know that 53% of all Americans report participating in outdoor activities like camping, hiking, and hunting in the year of 2022?
This is my friend Lucas. Lucas and I are part of this 53% of people, as Lucas and I love to participate in outdoor activities together, one of which is fishing. One particular day we went fishing together in South Barrington. As we arrived, we went to our normal fishing spot, fished it for about 30-45 minutes, didn't get much luck there. So as most fishermen know, you're going to have to move to different spots in the company. As doing so, we had to go through a lot of vegetation, plants of all different types. And once we made our way through, I went to put down my fishing backpack and unzip it. I saw that my shorts were just covered in burrs. I saw that he had the same problem.
For context, a burr is a type of plant that spreads its seeds by attaching to other plants, animals, most importantly for us, the clothing of humans.
So Lucas and I started to pick at these burrs and even try to brush them off with our hands, which is very ineffective and a big waste of time. So we decided to hold this off until later as we finished our fishing trip. Once we got home, we threw our clothes in the washing machine, and as we went to put them into the dryer, we saw that the burrs were still all intact, all on the clothes, and it was not weakened at all. So it was still on the clothes, and there was no effective solution to this.
Burroller is a burr removal product that's ideated from the lid roller. It consists of a nylon Velcro and a rolling mechanism. Nylon Velcro helps remove burrs efficiently, while the rolling mechanism helps prevent the burrs from snagging and potentially damaging your clothes. It's also portable and lightweight, so you're able to keep it on you on your adventure.
This is one of our competitors, the Burr Paw. It costs $32 and has 570 reviews with an average rating of 4.2 stars. It is sold in popular outdoor stores and it's over 100 sold monthly, although this is not as good as our product due to being very abrasive. This is one of the other competitors, Burrs Off. Similarly, it is very abrasive, but it costs $18. It has 320 reviews with an average rating of 4.3 stars, and it's sold on Amazon and the company website. There's over 50 sold.
So our cost of goods sold is $3.92. $2.42 of that comes from the central spindle, which is the inside of a lint roller. And the nylon Velcro costs about $1.10, which was carefully measured with the dimensions of the lint roller. And the sleeve that the Velcro itself will go around will be about 47 cents. It will just be a cheap cardboard-like material. So we will use anchor pricing, and after the anchor pricing, our product will be $14.99. With the cost of goods sold being $3.92, we will have a gross profit of $11.07. So this will leave us at a 74% gross profit margin.
This is our earlier adopter, Scott Jackson. He's 20 years old and enjoys outdoor activities such as fishing, hiking, and hunting. He lives in a rural community and makes $50,000 or more per year. And he's active in outdoor online groups and shops at local outdoor stores such as Bass Pro or Cabela's.
So the U.S. population is approximately 332 million people. And our ideal customer is outdoorsmen who participate in hiking, fishing, hunting, etc., which is 53% of this population. We're also targeting household incomes of 50K plus, as this is just an extra outdoor accessory. We're also trying to target ages 15 to 65, as people under the age of 15, even though they may have this problem, aren't the ones purchasing the solution as the parent or guardian may. And people over the age of 65 are less likely to spend time outdoors. This brings our market size to 75 million people. Our total addressable market is $26 billion. This is the whole entire outdoor accessory market. After going through the same demographics, our serviceable addressable market is $2.1 billion.
There's really 3 stages to our MVP. The first stage is the pre-order MVP, where we will buy a targeted email list of the contact information of 2,500 outdoorsmen and send out an advertisement through email with a link to our landing page, where they can then pre-order our product. Following this, we will be conducting a survey, and that exact same email will also be linked a link to our survey, which will be posted through Google Forms. Through this survey, we will be gathering crucial information for our business, including but not limited to demographic information, the kinds of birds that people receive, the frequency that they receive them, and the types of activities that they engage in to receive these birds. Following this, we will be conducting in-person testing, actually going in real life, finding these outdoorsmen, and pitching our product to them. There are 3 key stages for our pre-order MVP. The first of which is to buy a target email list of 2,500 outdoorsmen from a company called Exact Data. Following this, we will sign up with an email marketing campaign service called Email Octopus to send out these 2,500 emails. Following this step, customers can click on this email, go to our landing page, and pre-order our product.
So for our email list, we'll be using exact data. It costs around $300 for 2,500 email addresses. These email addresses do belong to our customer, which is outdoorsmen, specifically ones that shop online, such as Bass Pro and Cabela's. We'll be using Email Octopus to send our MVP in these emails out, which is around $24. And then for our online store, we'll be using Shopify. It's $41 for 3 months, and this is also where we create our MVP, which brings us to a total of $365 for our campaign cost.
There are two main key metrics that we will be using to gauge the success of our business. The first of which being website visits, specifically the email click-through rate percentage, which we will compute by dividing our total website visits by 2,500. 2,500 emails sent out. This will be testing the problem, the likelihood that these people actually have the problem with birds. The second key metric is pre-orders, the number of pre-orders that we receive. And based on industry averages and standards, out of 2,500 emails sent out, we project 15 conversions, 15 pre-orders. And this will be testing the solution.
So once you click on the link to our website through the emails, you will see this. This is our landing page. As you can see, there are 3 other tabs, one of which is the Contact tab. Here, people can send us basic questions or any comments on our product. And once you click on the Survey tab, you will see this. Our survey will consist of questions like what type of birds you experience, how often you experience them, and what you currently use to solve this problem. Once you click on one of the 3 Buy tabs, you will see this. It includes a pretty detailed description of our product and its unique values. And as you can see, here's our anchor pricing, where we will be pricing for $14.99, and we have a pre-order now button. This is how we will track if our product has demand.
We'll also be conducting in-person testing. We'll be going to walking trails, fishing spots, and outdoor stores local, such as Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops. Not only will we be conducting interviews to learn more about our problem and solution, we'll also give them the opportunity to purchase our product on the spot. We'll be charging $8, which is half the price of what we'll be selling it on our store. And this will help us. In this situation, it's more important about the information we're learning than the money gaining.
With all these considerations, based on our serviceable addressable market, industry averages and standards, and a projected 1% market share, we project $5,265 in year 1 revenue. Now to summarize, from February 8th to March 7th, we will be conducting our pre-order MVP, sending out those 2,500 emails and gathering key metrics. From March 8th to March 31st, we will be analyzing the results of our survey, again sent through the exact same email as the pre-order, receiving more qualitative analysis. Finally, on April 1st to April 30th, we will be conducting in-person testing, building demos, and pitching our product to outdoorsmen.
So we will be asking for a grand total of $500, $365 of which comes from the pre-order MVP with our email list. Our other $135 comes from the actual demos that we will be making and handing out to people.
With Burroller, finally face your ventures bird-free.
Thank you.
Charlie, let me see your demo.
How did you come to find that Velcro or that material?
So we looked at some of our competitors. They have the bird paw had a similar material. After doing some research and testing out other materials, we found that the nylon Velcro worked best.
And have you kind of gone out and got
Right now it's
bird
kind
up?
of tougher for finding birds, but earlier in the fall we definitely we tested it out and it worked.
And how many different birds are there?
There's various types, but generally in our area there's only one main type, and we also interviewed plenty of people and they said that this is the main type of bird they get. It's kind of like a ball with a bunch of spikes, and that's the one that this one worked the most efficiently.
Another common one is just the smaller ones, and those are in more mass quantities. That's why the Burroller will help with those a lot.
So you're fairly confident that this solution is going to handle a wide variety of birds?
We're still currently testing on what types of birds it will actually fix, but we've tested, I would say, 2 or 3, and it's worked on 2 of those 3. So we're still going to try to find if there's a better material for it and others like ways to improve it.
And if I may add, we will be finding that material based on the results of that survey, based on what kind of birds that people report receiving.
How do you get the birds off the roller?
So a lot of them sometimes either fly off, but if they get stuck on, you can use your hand and aggressively wipe them off, but we also found that like an ID card, credit card, just scraping off will come right off.
And then there's one, so you saw is it, like, what's the lifespan of the pad, the Velcro? Is this something that should last like a year, and then are you able to replace it, or do you need to buy a new roller?
Well, we're still testing, like we said, but it's eventually gonna obviously wear out. So we were thinking either just maybe instead of, it would just be less of a hassle just to, if they had to buy a new one, because having a replacement just seems for the price and the product, it just isn't as productive. So we're,
Well, think about if you're fishing or something, and you bring this with you, put it in your tackle box, and then, you know, it takes off all your burrs, great. Now you have to either decide to, I'm gonna pick off or scrape off all these burrs before I put it back in my tackle box, or I'm gonna throw it into my bag or tackle box with all the burrs on it. The interesting thing about the 3M roller is that each individual adhesive pad tears off, and it's a new one, it's kind of disposable.
Right.
That might make it, put it out, but if you have something where you give them the option to take it off and sell pads separately,
Yeah.
you might be able to sell 5 packs of pads. People can choose whether it's a disposable thing, maybe they're not going out that often, and it's like one use type thing. See what we can do with the price, so 5 packs, and how you can have it easily removable from the roller.
You could also sell packs of different types of pads, because you said there's different types of burrs. I think it's a great idea. I want to buy one from you right now, because I have a daughter who loves nature, and it's a constant battle of picking burrs off her pants and shoes. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, and it's not those big ones that you had, it's those little buggers.
Yes.
They're-
And then it goes through the dryer and you're done.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Have you tried what the adhesive does? Have you just tried using the, taking the Velcro off, and does the
Using
adhesive?
the lint roller?
Yeah, the lint roller, does that work? And you just rebrand it?
we haven't really experimented that far.
Okay, so here's a couple ideas too to add on to that. You can buy lint rollers on Alibaba for 22 cents. So if you were to buy the lint rollers and take the tape off of it, that's probably, let's just play with this. Let's say that's 16 cents. For 17 cents, you can buy Velcro pads. So now I took your cogs from $3.92 down to 36 cents. It's okay, you're learning this. Procurement's like the most important thing ever. It'll take forever to figure it out. But I just changed your cog substantially, and maybe you can use just the roller as with the adhesive, and maybe that works. Give it a shot, and you're just going to rebrand it, because you're going to sell this to hunters, to fishermen, to hikers, to lawn care people, to foresters, and you're just going to paint it green. That's it. And a product's already out there, put your label on it, boom, out the door. 22 cents. Now, the other thing is, lint rollers sell, you can get like 3 of them for like 10 bucks. So you have to adjust your prices. But you're getting in the market for 36 cents. Then you got to still get them here, pay some tariffs over the border. But now your margins are huge, and all you're doing is painting it green, and you may have the same product. Because I'm not as worried, Chris, about what that's like if it's filled. When I put it in my bag, as long as it stays on that tool
Yeah, and you said
while it's in the
That
bag.
was gonna go over it too, right? Yeah.
Well,
It's still
my wife,
daunting to think about, eventually I'm gonna have to deal with picking out all those birds.
yeah, that's
Right?
right.
I'm just gonna
I'm
want.
gonna have to get a comb.
Throw it away.
Maybe you sell a comb with it. It's like
Yeah, I can
your
kick the
comb-
can down the road a little bit, but it's still
It's
gonna be
going
hanging
away.
out.
Yeah.
Or if you could somehow make the cover take off, like clean it, that'd be kind of nice too.
I appreciated the thought that you put into the MVP process and all those steps, but you don't have in-person testing until April 1st. I would push that away. I would do that. I would invert it almost and do that way sooner.
It's too late.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime.
Yes.
You guys are
So that should be like in a couple,
product, yeah.
almost immediately, you should start doing in-person testing and being able to, I know finding the burrs maybe is a little bit of an issue until spring comes, but as soon as possible,
They're
get
probably
in-person testing.
still on the sticks. It
Yeah.
still sticks.
I could show you where a whole bunch are.
Yeah, I think you're in a branding event. I think this is a brand. You're selling specifically to hunters. You're going to paint this thing green or camouflage or something. But I think there's something there. I can't go in my backyard and chase my dog without getting them. And I don't live in like a woodsy area. It's just they're little dudes too,
Yeah.
man. They're just these tiny little things.
And also, you've already got the flannels, and like, the demo should be, you come in with a bunch of burrs on and
And you take them off.
First couple of minutes of the presentation, you just show, or even 30 seconds, you show how effectively it actually works.
The name is great.
Yeah.
I think you guys need a logo. There's AI generating logo, sites like Looka. Get a good brand and, you know, like his idea of sourcing from Alibaba, bringing the costs down. Are burrs indigenous everywhere? Are there areas that like don't have, like Arizona, I imagine maybe does that, but stay away from those areas, you know, focus on where they're heavy.
They've got this cactus with spiky things that will catch on your clothes.
Oh, yeah, so
Just
that's
there
the cactuses.
yesterday.
Would you go back to the page on how much what your ask was? 500. So 365 was for like the marketing and the email list, and 135 were for the demo solutions.
Correct.
Correct, yes.
Okay, where's your website cost in there?
$41.
Oh, it's in your part. It's in the 365. Correct. Okay. I do not like buying email lists. There's no way to validate that they're real, and they're generally 50 cents a name. So I'm not a fan of that. But that's my experience, and everyone might have their own. I would do organic marketing, and I'd market hard. The group before you has a fishing solution. You're going to hunting shows, you're going to fishing shows, you're going to camping shows. You're pressing flesh with those types of folks. You're marketing aggressively on Instagram. Every one of you can make 3 reels a day to start talking about the value of it. They don't have to be a minute long. Make them 10, 30 seconds long. But I would ask you to consider not buying that list, because they own the list and you only get to use it a couple times. And another thing, I mentioned it before, when you're done with this, you're gonna look at sales statistics, you're gonna put that in Google, you're gonna look at images, and there's a picture that you can find very easy on how many times you have to reach a customer before you capture their interest. And it's somewhere between 5 and 15 times. So you gotta be able to hammer them in the email list. You kind of give them the message and they send it, because you never own you never see the list.
You're gonna need to consider packaging too. This is a fabric that cannot be freestanding, it's gonna collect stuff, it needs to be pristine and clean. Some type of cellophane sleeve with a cardboard staple, a hole for a peg, it's gonna be ready in case if you can get a little point of sale stand in a mom and pop fishing shop or whatever. So think of that now, again, Alibaba, stuff like you can, I don't know, 10,000 for $10.
Yeah, it's not a lot, man.
Right, search that site, look at the different options and the brand, and I think you guys have something, you did a really good job.
Yeah, you have something here. And don't freak out that the product already exists and you're just gonna rebrand it, because that only happens everywhere in the world. So you just have a new idea. You're focused, you have a violent focus on this type of person. You're gonna sell this product. You could even maybe charge a premium because it's camouflage, and this solves my problem right now. I get to press the easy button, bam.
Do you guys want to explain what Alibaba is? I don't think.
Do you know what Alibaba is?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a sourcing engine for anything that's manufactured in China. Once you start hitting Alibaba, and you can look at what prices are for anything. I have some experience with it. I'd be happy to help if you wanted it. I'm easy to find, so you just got to find me. And after you start hitting their site enough, it's really important to you that you make this in the United States, or it's made in America. People love that, and you can charge a premium for it. You will, trust me, the manufacturers in the U.S. are going to find that email. But you got to use it. You got to get on it. I have the app. I use it a lot. I'm active on it. I have products that I can create. You'd be surprised how many people in Barrington import things from China and resell them B2B and B2C. They're all around you. You know these people that do it. It's amazing how many people in Barrington are doing it.
For China, for some reason, their model is to make something, build something, and then figure out how to sell it later, right? Where we're traditionally the opposite, right? They're like, we'll find a market, just make it. So then they just spread it everywhere.
Boom.
Right? But that's their end up being their downfall, because they don't protect their
Yeah.
buyers and stuff.
They
Yeah.
haven't asked why. Why are we making this?
Yeah, and they have
No
no idea
inventory
how to
control.
market it, so you're.
Numbers 500, guys.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm good with it if I would like you to pivot away from, it's your call. My experience with email lists is bad.
I'm with you. They'll even sell you the verified list, but they're not. It's a lie.
And then there's no guarantee you're going to get a response. I'd rather use the money and just do a whole bunch of prototypes and hand them out for free to people at the sport shops.
Free.
Just say, hey, we're doing this thing. We'd like your feedback. Why don't you
Yeah.
try this next time you go out?
Vincent, you showed the reviews, right? Did you put reviews on yours, on the other
That was
products?
for the competitors.
I love that, by
Yeah,
the way.
but you need
guys are
those
the first
reviews.
group to do that.
Yeah,
See,
you gotta have those reviews.
First time I've seen a group
Show
show
that.
the competitors
Yeah.
and where they're at, and not only price, but their reviews. That's
How many they sell
did
a day in a
you guys
month?
said a lot of things and did a lot of things that were impressive that I haven't seen.
You were thorough.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take a second more. You're gonna sell this to, your first product's gonna sell it to hunters, fishers, hikers. Your other one's gonna sell it to foresters. Your other one's gonna sell it to mom to do the lint. Just resell the thing.
Parents that chase their kids in cross country.
So this is,
It works on dogs.
We haven't even talked about.
oh my God, dog hair.
You're in a stratosphere.
You're gonna sell it to anyone who has a golden
gotta confirm
retriever.
that, yeah.
So think of this. So we've just given you 4 channels. You know how you get to $1 million business? It's actually pretty simple. You find 4 products that you can sell 25 a day. That's $1 million business. 4 products. It's not a lot. And you take that and you just wrap. One's going to be pink. One's going to be camouflage. One's going to be for something else. You're just going to remarket it. It's what Lyft did to the Uber business.
And if you could get it situated by like the mosquito spray in the stores, the sports stores, like I would just easily
Oh,
grab that.
if you could put mosquito spray on that thing and roll it over, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so we settled on 5.
500?
500.
Excellent. All right.